Hi and welcome. Thanks for checking out this video. In this episode, we'll be exploring a Tai Chi Qigong foundation training technique known as silk reeling. And this simple movement has the purpose of developing a strong center of gravity, also enhancing the sensitivity throughout the body. The other key aspect of this exercise is that it contains all the Tai Chi principles in one simple, continuous movement. The benefits are that it opens up all the channels throughout the body, the energy channels, the meridians, and removes energy blockages, and basically engenders a calm and stable state of mind. Okay, so I'll just take you through one example of silk reeling. Now there's many different forms of silk reeling, but this one's being the basic one with a single step and then the continuous silk reeling. So I'll take you through the movement first and then we'll look at breaking it down. As you can see, for any Tai Chi practice, you don't really need to be wearing any special clothing, because if you want to practice all the time, you don't want any barriers like having to get changed in order to practice. I'm just in a pair of jeans and a jumper, so it's not going to prevent me from practicing. So it could be boiling the kettle or making a meal. I can work on a couple of silk reeling routines. Okay, so to begin silk reeling, we'd start from the position of most Tai Chi forms, with the feet together, knees slightly bent, the hips or the pelvis rolled forward slightly, spine straight. The tongue will be touching the upper palate, and we want a feeling of raising up when we consider the crown, so the body's in a nice straight posture. The breathing, we'll be doing diaphragmatic breathing, and I'll explain a little bit more about that, but it's also in the other videos on this channel. Okay, so from this standing position, just taking the left hand and place it on the left hip, bringing the right hand up just to shoulder level, so just a nice curve on the arm. Okay, and the arm will be brought down in an arc, center of gravity will be dropped. Taking a step out with the right leg, so that the heels are in line, we take the step out to the side, just as far as your bent knee will allow you, heels in line, and then shifting the weight across as the hand continues to move in the circular motion. So then you're in the first part. Once you've took the initial step, then you're ready to begin the silk reeling movement. Okay, so we'll just look at that step once more. So we're just sinking down, so dropping the weight. As the weight drops, as the center drops, the weight is all on the left leg, to allow the right leg to take the step, landing on the heel, and then gradually shift the weight over to the right, so that now we have 60-70% of the weight on the right leg now. And as the hand continues, that weight shifts back onto the left, and then we start again. Okay, so we've got this continuous movement shifting from left to right, the hand coming round in an arc, continuing to go in front of the lower abdomen, up, change the palm, and then we move out, up to the shoulder. So the hand will probably go no higher than the brow, no lower than the jaw, come round, level with the abdomen or the Dan Tien area, which we've discussed in previous videos. As we bring the hand back, we shift and move round this way. Okay, so they're the main parts. We've got the circular motion with the hand in a continuous movement. We've got the stepping with the stance, and then we're also concerned with the movement of the hips and the Dan Tien area moving in a horizontal direction. So let's have a go again at the stance movement. So start with the feet together, we're in this position. Right hand is raised. So we're just practicing lowering the center of gravity while simultaneously lowering the hand. Then as the hand keeps going round, we make the step. The hand continues. And once it's reached the most extreme point here with the palm facing up, we're going to rotate the palm and start to move the arm out over to the right and then back again. Now, although it looks like we're moving the arm in this manner, we are, but in fact, all the movement is driven from the Dan Tien. So when we reach this point and we've twisted the waist and shifted the weight over to the right, the movement that follows from this will be led from the belly or the Dan Tien. So it's actually the body that's moving. So where we folded the chest across this way, then it's the unfolding of the chest, but it's starting with this area, and the arm is simply being driven by the torso, then the shoulder, and the shoulder is leading the elbow leading the wrist to the palm, and finally the fingers in this continuous kinetic chain, starting from the feet, coming up to the waist, and then out to the fingers. And then this continues once it reaches the extreme point here on the right, drops down and starts to work the way back. Again, led by the Dan Tien area. So we're drawing in, shifting the weight across, moving the Dan Tien from side to side, but also horizontally as the hand follows. We reach this way and then reaching out this way. Okay, so that's the basics of the movement. Let's have a look on the other side so it can be repeated exactly the same way on the right. So just to give you a different feel for it. Feet are together, again, the body's upright, the spine straight. And then this time, right hand on the right hip, left hand up, just level with the shoulder. Okay, so we're dropping the weight. This time all the weight is on the right leg. Take a step, heels in line, gradually bringing the weight across, but also reeling with the hand this way. Okay, remember we've shifted 60 or 70% of the weight at this point over to the left, and then we're drawing back this way. So nice and relaxed, just allowing the movement to be guided by the Dan Tien area, the belly, drawing in and drawing out. This way around, just nice smooth movements, looking for each part of the limb to rotate and drive the next part in this way. So we're shifting the weight but also turning the hips, so we're getting this movement with the hips and round. Again this way, just keeping the hand position slightly cupped, the fingers sometimes practiced with the fingers together, but I personally keep a little bit of distance between the fingers. So we draw around this way. Okay, so that's the external principles of it. We're lowering the weight, we're shifting the weight from 70% over to 30%. So there's the constant shifting. Again, this goes in with the yin-yang principles. Substantial, moving into insubstantial. Never in a double weighted position, only for a brief second. And we're never over one side for too long. As soon as we've met the extreme, we're already on our way back. So it's this idea of constant change, constant flow. From the external perspective, you can see once you've spent a bit of time in this stance that your legs are doing a workout. Your knees, ankles, the toes should feel like they're gripping the floor, making contact with the ground, creating a solid foundation. Okay, so that's the external principles. The internal principles, which again, going back to Qigong theory and Tai Chi theory, is that the breath, the mind, focus, concentration, and the movement are all combined. If any one of them's missing, then you're not doing Tai Chi or Qigong, you're literally just going through movements. So it's the idea that we're moving Qi, which is the life energy, and I know that might sound far-fetched for a lot of people, but it's basically the force that animates anything. It's the difference between being living and being dead. It's the thing that gives us life, it's our spirit, and we're moving this throughout the body. So once we concentrate, we move and we breathe at the same time, we can move this force or energy around the body. And what an easy, simple way to do it than with this silk reeling. It's one movement, you don't have to concentrate on, oh, what's coming next. With the more complicated Tai Chi forms, it's just really simple, allowing you to move. Once in position, we just stay and we just keep doing the silk reeling. And as with the reeling of silk, the more you do it, the stronger the silk becomes, the more it's wound. And that's how we do it. So going back to the internal principles, the breathing. So from the start of the position, we're going to inhale as the hand comes down. Imagine that we're drawing the energy toward the Dan Tien area. So we're breathing in, preferably through the nose and with the tongue touching the upper palate. Breathing in, step out, and then we begin to breathe out as we push. Breath just nice and silent and through the nostrils. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Continuous. Allowing on the intake of air that we inflate the abdomen. So when we're breathing in, we're doing diaphragmatic breathing. I suggest you'd explore that. There's probably thousands of channels discussing diaphragmatic breathing. It's good for singers, athletes, and of course Tai Chi practitioners. So we're breathing in, inflating the Dan Tien. Imagine that we're drawing the energy in to the Dan Tien area, and then exhaling out. So with this, it's the feeling of passing the energy from the Dan Tien area up through the arm, again through that chain of joints, right out to the little finger in this case. And as we bring the hand round, a feeling moving towards the middle finger, and then eventually towards the palm, by which we want to be drawing the energy back in towards the Dan Tien area. Breathing out, expelling, breathing in, drawing energy. This way and back. And we can try that on the other side as well. So just coming in, inhale, step, and exhale, out. Just get the nice smooth rotation from the elbow to the wrist, drawing in and breathing out. And the eyes gently follow the hand, and then exhale. Don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to consider the principles as we practice. We just relax, breathe, move, and concentrate. Mindfulness in every movement. Guiding our thoughts into the Dan Tien as we come round. Exhale out to the fingers. The little finger, the middle finger, the palm. Then as we start to draw back and inhale, we breathe in. Remember, twisting the waist in this way. And exhale. Once more, breathing in. And breathing out. Uninterrupted movement. Constant, so you just keep going round. And as you find, the more you practice, you'll start, hopefully, to start get the sensations in the fingers. Could be a sense of heat, cold, tingling. There shouldn't be any pain whatsoever when practicing this. It should be just nice and relaxed. And see if you can get the feeling. Just concentrating your mind out to the extremities of the fingers and collecting back in to the Dan Tien as you go back towards the center. Breathing in, breathing out. Shifting from left to right and then right to left. Just this constant movement. It's not exactly a whole circle. It's more like a flash or a tick sign. So we're going up this way, round, we're drawing back and drawing out. And how far you step obviously just depends on how bent the knee's going to be. There's no need to take super big steps into an awkward stance. It'll still work, just a nice short stance. The important thing is just to get the motion, the relaxed feeling, and as I said earlier, the feeling of the feet drilling in, grabbing the floor, but remaining relaxed at the same time. Okay, so typical sets of this particular silk reeling practice could be, start off just 8 times per side, maybe build it up to 16 and see how you go. I hope this has been helpful. It's been a while since I've done one of these sessions, and I apologise for my absence, but hopefully get back into it now. If you found it useful, please like, subscribe, and if you've got any comments, please leave those. I'll be interested to hear. If there's something that I'm missing, if you can add any more value to the discussion, that'd be great. Okay, so thanks for watching. Look after yourself and each other, and take care. Thank you. Bye.